Greetings, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me in this live stream. For those of you who don't know me, my name is amalightworker, and I do Akashic record readings. I do psychic tarot readings. I also do nutrition. I have a bachelor's degree in nutrition and dietetics. I do energy clearings, birthday readings based on Chinese medicine called Nine Star Key. So that's the system that I use. I also have Akashic Records based services and healings. For those of you who would like to know more about me and my services, please visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. And if you'd like to book a service with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com, or if you have any questions. If you are on the chat, let me know, send me a message. Small wired flowers, hi, how are you? Liz, how are you? Joyous, how are you? I will be giving a chance to everybody to log into your accounts. And then I will start to do an Akashic Records healing for each and every sign of the Zodiac for the month of mid-April 2021. So in the meantime, I hope that everybody is doing well. Love White, thank you very much. Thank you for your kind words and your support. It means a lot to me. Radi Tavares says hi. Tanya says hi. So it's lovely to have this community with you guys. I love connecting with you because I do find it very helpful for me as well. This is not just helpful for you getting readings, but I do find that recently, in the light of what's been going on with my life and in the light of this pandemic, that these live connections that we have together here, they also seem to energize me. So I thank you very much for that. Miss Tamika, hi, how are you? Thank you very much. Miss Tamika is also a regular client, and I'm really thankful for you to be my client. Abstract Wellness is also a regular client. Hi, how are you? Thank you very much. I got a compliment about the hair and the jewelry by Love White. Thank you very much. And Rudy, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, most days I feel good. I have days when I don't feel so good, but it is what it is. It's part of the grieving process. Al Nab, how are you? May Bumar, how are you? Thank you very much to all of you. So I hope that each and every one of you is doing okay. What I have in the background, I am burning some incense, which I always do for the live streams. I don't know if you are able to see anything, if the camera is picking up anything, but today I chose sandalwood. So I'm burning just a sandalwood in stick, okay, and it's very much connected to the feet chakra and to the grounding energy. And it is one of the gifts that the three wise men brought when they heard of the news that Jesus was born. So just a little okay. All right, so Joanne just joined the chat. How are you? I will begin with the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, and remember that this reading applies to your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. I would very much appreciate it if anyone has the time, maybe later in the comment section down here below, to write down a timestamp for a zodiac sign. It would save me a lot of time. Thank you very much. So again, Aries sun, Aries rising, and Aries moon. Mid-April 2021. It's very important that you stay in the moment because your mental energy is scattered. You have a lot of ideas. Your mind is all over the place. There's a sense that a lot is happening. And for some of you, it feels like one moment you are so excited you barely can contain your joy, and another moment there's tiny little things that are showing up that are a little bit annoying and time consuming. It feels like nothing is happening, but everything is happening at the same time. Be aware of your dreams. For many of you, sleep could be a little bit unusual, and also the dreams that you are about to have can be a little bit unusual. You have to figure out the details of something. For some of you, is having to work out the details of a contract, the details of an arrangement, the details of something in connection to your home furniture, placement of different things around your home, following certain instructions. For some of you, I'm getting like having to follow certain instructions to the dot. And at the same time, I'm getting the sense that you feel a little bit more energized in your body. You have a little bit more physical energy. However, you still need to pay attention to your tendency to overdo it in anything that you may be doing. You may have a tendency to overdo it, to overwork, and there is a little bit of frustration. For those of you who have been feeling a little bit in an emotional funk, maybe you need mental clarity, maybe your thinking was a little bit foggy, and it feels like for those of you who maybe have been dealing with some sort of a pressing issue, in the next 2 weeks, you are going to have a major breakthrough. So again, this could be a major breakthrough in the emotional sense, something that has to do with your emotions, how you feel, your inner world. Could be about that pressing matter, and you suddenly have a breakthrough. And I'm also getting a sense of how finances are going to be highlighted, because for many of you, there's going to be more than one reason for you to kind of reevaluate your finances. And I'm getting the sense that this could be a good thing. You somehow being forced to reevaluate your finances, because it's going to give you a better picture, a better vision to where do you want to go from now. Okay, how much can you do with your finances now, how you would like to transform them, or whether you are looking into an investment, buying or selling, and how you use and you spend your money. Some of you are going to be pleasantly surprised with some news about money and finances. For many of you who have been looking to either increase your earnings, increase the business that maybe you have, so some sort of an expansion in connection to your income and your finances, it feels like in the next 2 weeks, you are in the right energy to take the first step. Like you have a plan, considering that you're going to have a good plan, it feels like the energy is right for you to start implementing step one of that plan. Many of you are also going to be focusing on your health, your diet, your nutrition. There's going to be an important breakthrough with your health. For some of you, the breakthrough could be that finally you decided to get the vaccine and you get it done. For other ones, it's going to be like, okay, you were not sure about some sort of a diagnosis. Now there's more information that comes to light, and that creates a more complete picture for you to understand. And it feels like anything that you set up your mind to do from this moment on, you are going to make it happen, because the majority of contrasting forces, energies, negative forces, negative people, negative situations, it feels like you are leaving that behind. You are going to have ahead of you a few good months where there's not going to be too much difficulties or struggles for you to go on. It feels like naturally you are going to propel to take a step forward, okay? And this step forward is going to be different for different areas. And I'm also getting that for many of you is going to be one step forward in terms of your marriage, your love affairs, dating, or a love partnership. So whatever this is, you will be taking the next step. I hope that this is making sense to you. Feel free to leave me a comment or to chat right here in the live chat. Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. Pay attention, where is it that frustration is taking the best out of you, or is taking it's taking more out of you? Because there is a situation here that maybe you are underestimating, and it may turn out to be a little bit more that you bargained for. You have to be very careful about how you calculate your daily life, how you calculate the timing of everything, how you divide your time between work and other things that you have to do. And it's all about priorities. For many of you in the next 2 weeks, you are going to reconfigure your priorities. So your priorities are going to change, and your daily structure is going to change in the next 2 weeks. Many of you are going to be planning for meetups with your friends and family. You're going to be planning for gatherings, celebrations. You're going to be planning for travels. Because for many of you, I'm getting the sense that a lot of you Taurians are going to travel this year or pick up traveling if you haven't traveled in a while, and definitely having to make plans and arrangements about traveling. You may be invited to attend a function. You may be invited to attend an event. You are going to feel in some ways that you need to celebrate somebody. This could be a child that you may feel that you want to celebrate and cherish the time that you have with this child, a sibling, a relative, a family member, a friend. For some of you, it feels like you are in the verge of completing an important cycle. You may be getting ready to complete an important cycle that has to deal with your home. Maybe you are getting ready to transition into a new home. And I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, it's going to be in connection to a contract. Some sort of a contract or some sort of an agreement is getting ready to end. And that's going to allow you to do the next best things. So a lot of things are closing, are completing. For some of you, it could also be in regards to a bill. Finally, you pay that bill in full. And this is, that moment right before maybe you place your last payment on it. Some of you are going to be attending some sort of an open house. This could be an open house in person or through Zoom or through another form of internet. Like a virtual tour. I'm getting the sense that some of you will be taking some sort of a virtual tour. You are going to have a chance or an opportunity to attend a tutoring session, to attend some sort of a master class, training, to learn something new. Okay, you may also be invited to attend a free training of some kind. It feels like this is either going to help your personal life, how you can manage better your stress. This could be courses, classes, trainings that could be associated with your work to develop further a skill. And it feels like whatever courses, classes, new things that you are going to learn through different means are going to serve as the foundation for something else that you are going to be creating later on. Right now, it doesn't feel important. but you're going to end up benefiting a great deal from anything that you may be learning, whether it is you teaching yourself or through attending courses, classes, or other forms of training. You could feel that you may still carry some sort of a burden, and with time, you are going to learn how to deal with the burden that you may be carrying. And it feels like a timing issue, because for many of you, the message is time will make everything feel better. With time, you're not going to feel this heaviness. So everything needs to take its own time. You can't hurry time. That's the message for you, Taurus. So I hope that this is making sense. Do leave me a comment down here below in the show more section or in the chat room right here. Gemini. Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon. They're laughing, they're saying, Gemini, hold on, or hold your horses. Don't speed up so much. Stop thinking about a day after tomorrow. You still need to think a little bit more in terms of the immediate future before you get to the faraway future. So learn to deal with one issue at a time, or focus a little bit more on your daily life, one by one, and don't project too much into the faraway future. And that's going to facilitate a lot of things for you. For many of you Geminis, something is taking off. This could be good things happening with your job, with career, some sort of a job placement. This could be in terms of, for those of you who maybe own a business, or maybe you are looking into owning a business or expanding a business that you own. This could be your social life that is picking up. These could be things that have to deal with followers. For those of you who have some sort of social media account and you are looking to get more followers or more attention in whatever you do, you post on social media. And I'm also getting the sense that some project, some idea, not only is getting off the ground, but is also going to pick up and is going to take off. Your motivation is there. Maybe there was a lack of physical energy, or maybe emotionally you didn't feel up to it. Now there's a sense that now you are up to it. You are up for a challenge. You are up to address important issues, and you may also feel more ready to deal with somebody who has been giving you a hard time, people who are confrontational. Now you are, if you were the kind of Gemini who kept your head held down and you never said anything, now you are ready to confront these people with a lot of diplomacy, or you may be confronting these people through the means of the legal and the justice system, or in another way through addressing the issue with the proper authorities. You're going to feel this connection to family, relatives. Issues may be coming up. But whatever issue may be coming up, you are going to end up feeling more connected, more in tune with your family, with your relatives, with their needs, and as a result, also feeling more in tune with your own needs. It feels like this mid-April is going to provide for many of you an opportunity and a chance to come out clean about something, to clarify something that has to deal with your family of origin, emotional stuff that is connected to family. An issue is going to be resolved. It feels like for some of you, you have been going in circles, applying for something and then it gets sent back because there's an error or something else. Okay, so you may be feeling like you're going through the same circle emotionally, or the same thing keeps happening over and over again. Okay, now it feels like, boom, there's a breakthrough and you figure out what went wrong, or you figure out, or something else happens and you're going to feel like you are not going back and forth in the same circle again when you felt stuck. There's going to be additional information being provided for you in terms of an inheritance, in terms of a real estate related matter, in terms of a property or a home related matter. Additional information that maybe you are not aware of it before. And in the light of this new information, something will now start to feel easier. Something will begin to facilitate. You may be dealing with lawyers or the legal or justice system, maybe simply because you need some information, consultations. Some of you are legally preparing to deal with something, and it could be in connection to paperwork, immigration matters, getting a marriage license, could be in regards to a birth certificate, could be in regards of in connection to proper documentation for a real estate matter, power of attorney, or an inheritance matter. You are now going to get your ducks in a row and address each and every issue one by one, but you still may need to be a little bit more open to accepting support, to accepting help, because many of you Geminis, either you don't know how to accept help and support, or you may not know how to ask for help. If you have a question, it doesn't hurt to help. It doesn't hurt to ask. Like, ask. You're not going to lose anything by asking. Be inquisitive if you don't understand anything. You have nothing to lose by asking. And this is going to help you a little bit to get you out of that emotional isolation. You don't have to do everything on your own. For some of you, it's going to be very much possible for you to hire help, to hire somebody to do some work for you. Whether this is hiring people where that is necessary for you. So again, you don't have to address every single issue alone. I'm getting the sense that for some of you, it could be about technical support with technology, computers, that you may need some help, or to hire somebody to address issues with a website, a Facebook page, your resume, some other help to sort out your financial affairs, or even fixing and repairing around the home. And a reminder for all of you Geminis, it's not over until the fat lady sings. And this is an expression, and it's going to make sense to you. Like, don't lose hope. It's not quite over yet. I hope that this is making sense to you, Gemini. Do comment, do let me know how you relate to this. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. Timing is going to be of an essence, and it's important that you allow a little bit of an extra time, a little bit of a wiggle room between tasks as you go for your daily life. Don't leave everything for the last moment, because that doesn't allow you a lot of time, okay, to adjust. During this time, you may be receiving news, information, notification from important institutions, like a teaching institution, a university. You may be hearing from an important company. You may be hearing from a job application. You may be hearing news in connection to the government, new laws, new arrangements. You may be hearing about the stimulus check, benefits that you may be entitled to, or some news and information in regards to a citizenship matter or an immigration matter. And I'm also getting the sense that some of you will be packing and unpacking. I'm getting images of people putting things in a suitcase, taking things out of a suitcase. For some of you, it could be in preparations of some travels. Some of you may be traveling in mid-April, or very soon, shortly after April, maybe getting ready to travel. So they highly recommend for all of you to prepare ahead of time. It could be in regards to a test, an examination. You need to prepare ahead of time. An event, a social gathering, celebrations, get-togethers. Whatever you may be dealing with, their advice is to prepare ahead of time, because that's the best way for you to have that extra time. Don't be thrown off by events that are going to happen all of a sudden. You may be dealing with a lot of things happening out of nowhere. So it's important that you Keep your cool, stay grounded. Don't allow things that are happening to throw you off your balance. And remember that everything that ends well is well, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how it happened. How did you get there? The important is that what ends well is well, you may have a tendency to overly worry, and you're going to notice a little bit, either you're going to have a tendency to change your mind frequently, not knowing what to do, or not knowing how to feel. For some of you, it could be like you may notice how your emotions change quite frequently. Maybe you have already experienced that. I hope that this is making sense to you, Cancer. Leo, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon. I hear that for a lot of you, congratulations are in order, either for something that already happened in your life and it's very recent, or for something that is about to happen. Congratulations may be in order for some success that is related to your career, a book launching, a baby that is about to come in. And for some of you, they're saying it's connected to a marriage. Congratulations in regards to a marriage. Either you're getting married or a family member is getting married. It's very important also that if you don't know what to say, Leo, it's best for you to shut up and don't say anything. If you have a tendency to like be brutally honest with someone, maybe during a meeting, maybe in a social setting, or at home with your family, they highly recommend for you that pay attention to what you may be saying, because it may be that the moment is not appropriate, or that person may not be open to what you have to say. Okay, so they highly recommend for you, maybe it's best and more appropriate for you to shut up altogether rather than having to say something that is going to be rejected or misunderstood, or it may be misinterpreted. You also need to have a little bit more secrecy around your plans, your ideas. Don't reveal too much too soon, okay? This could be in regards to a business idea that you have. Don't reveal too much too soon. It could be in terms of maybe you're getting to know someone new. There's no need for you to make an announcement to the whole world just yet. So hold it, keep it to yourself. It could be about other personal feelings that you have, personal matters. So keep something to yourself. Don't reveal everything too soon, too much. In other words, you need to be aware of who is it that you are confiding into, okay? Something for your past may be coming up again. It is an old situation, but for some reason, it's going to reappear again, because either that situation now needs to be addressed again, or it needs to move to the next step. Could be about a death in the family, could be in regards to an inheritance, could be about a work-related situation, but it feels like an old conversation shows up for you again. And it may also be in connection for some of your Leos to a past relationship. Okay, you may be talking about it again, or a conversation about it may be happening again. Many of you are going to be able to connect the dots, put one and one together, two and two together, and this way the bigger picture is going to make better sense to you. And by connecting all the dots, you are going to be able to also have a sense to the direction. Where is it that you would like to go, to take a project, to take your work, a relationship, or your whole life overall? I'm getting the sense that in terms of your health, again, there's some sort of important breakthrough with your health. For many of you, your health is good and strong. You may be a little bit more motivated to do something to help your body to function better and for health reasons. And I'm getting that you're going to feel more connected and more in tune with your body. You may decide to pick up some form of a physical activity, or lifting weights, or eating better, or other things that are in connection to ways to make your body feel better and function better. You're going to have this sense of feeling connected like you never did before. Okay, and yes, you're going to have moments when you're going to feel like, I just want to be alone for a moment, I'm doing too much, I'm a little tired. Okay, but those moments when you truly feel connected are the ones that are going to uplift you. So remember, in anything that you do, don't lose sight of the things, the feeling of feeling connected either to your purpose, to your work, the motivation, your loved ones, or even feeling more connected to yourself, to the rest of the world. A lot of good things are lining up for you now. So it feels like you need to prepare. You need to prepare for a baby to come in. You need to prepare for some kind of wedding or an anniversary. Like prepare for the goodness to come in, and good things are going to show up. Prepare for the good news, and the good news is going to show up. So stop preparing for the worst possible scenario. Prepare for the best, and the best is going to show up. If you are struggling in some ways, understand that the support that you need will show up. Okay, so it feels like your whole luck is shifting and changing for the better. So have a little bit more faith in your good stars. So that's what I have for Leo. Please do leave me a comment. I hope that this is making sense to you. Virgo sun, Virgo rising, and Virgo moon. You may be feeling a little bit backed up with your work. You may be feeling a little bit backed up because of things that maybe you need to address do before. Now everything is like lining up for you to deal with it, and you may be feeling a little bit backed up. I'm getting a sense that some of you may still deal with some issues around the home, the place where you live, things that may show up for fixing and repairing. But for some reason, I'm getting that a lot of Virgos are going to have some water-related issues. Okay, water-related issues. That's what I keep getting for many Virgos. You're going to feel that where you are right now, your life feels a little bit more stable. You may not be feeling so stable. You may be feeling a little bit edgy, okay? But I'm getting the sense that in spite of you feeling a little bit edgy, it feels like your life now will feel a little bit more steady with your finances, more steady with your work. So it feels like you are going to be provided with the tools necessary and the opportunities necessary for you, so that you feel that your life has a stronger foundation, that you feel stable, even with your health, for those of you who may be having some sort of a struggles with their health. Many of you are going to be either talking about starting some kind of a therapy. Could be physical therapy, could be seeing a psychologist, could be spiritual forms of therapy. And it feels like this time you are going to be going through with it. So for many of you, this could be either beginning of some therapy, or if you already are in therapy, this could be like some major breakthrough. So for a lot of you, you are going to prioritize your mental health above everything. You're going to feel reconnected to friends and relatives. You may be visiting them, they may be visiting you. For some of you, you may be getting ready to travel to a place where maybe it's your childhood place, your place of birth, or a place that you lived before. And the importance here is all about family and friends, how you connect and how you communicate with them, you showing up for them and they showing up for you emotionally. It feels like you have been going through a lot of transformations, okay? And now this transformation that you feel that you have been going through is going to reach a culmination point from some struggles, from something suddenly that has been happening. Okay, and it could be in connection to a sudden death that maybe you experienced some time ago. For some of you, it could be very recent. For some of you, not so recent. Something good is going to come out of it. And for those of you still struggling with some sort of grieving issues, they say grieving together is better than grieving alone. Okay? So dwell on that a little bit. What does it mean for you? Okay, so struggling together is better than struggling alone. Going through things together is better than having to do it all alone. So it feels like what you need right now, you need that sense of unity. What provides you with a sense of unity? Okay, one for all and all for one. And a reminder, Virgo, everything is possible. You're going to have something major happening to you in 2021 that you are going to end up greatly benefiting from it. So for you, this year is going to be a mix of some extremes, okay? But the good extremes are going to end up completely shifting, transforming, and elevating your life to a place that you never saw yourself being in a much higher level. But for right now, go with the flow, because your emotions are highlighted. You may be experiencing things emotionally very strongly, and yet again, you are going to have all of the support that you need. You may also have to address issues about paperwork, signatures, power of attorney, a settlement of an estate, last wishes, new beginnings. For some of you, I'm even getting things in regards to a new baby, a new birth, a new addition to the family. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Virgos. Libra, Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. You may seem to be calm at the surface, but deep down, many of you are caring. You have this sense of resilience. Some of you deep down, you may be angry. For some of you deep down, you may be a little bit frustrated. So if typically you are a Libra that maybe you don't explode in anger, or you don't have like a big showcase of your emotions, that may be the exception of the rule for you in April. Okay? So it's very important that you recognize the triggers. What triggers you mentally? What triggers you emotionally? Because some of you may be dealing either with a toxic work environment. You may be dealing with the toxic people, toxic relationships. And it's very important that you identify your triggers. Some of you may be getting out of a situation that was sticky. You may be getting out finally of a situation that kept triggering you in a negative way. And I'm even getting the sense that some of you may have a tendency just to pick up your stuff and leave because enough is enough. For other Libras, I'm getting the sense that you can't wait for something to happen. You are looking forward to something, and he has to deal with family, with travel, reunions. So even though you may be dealing with all of these emotions underneath and triggers, I'm still getting the sense that overall you are still doing okay. So there's some sort of a big blessing for you coming in end of April, beginning of May. And for some of you, I'm also getting the sense that what's happening now, for some reason, it's connected to the end of February. What were you feeling? What was happening? What were you experiencing by the end of February? And they're also talking about the activation of the eclipses. So a lot is happening with your Libras that is going to be in connection to eclipses that we had around January, February, and eclipses that are coming up June, July, if I'm not mistaken. And life-changing situations are going to be happening, but they're going to happen in so smooth, in such a small portion, so that you are not going to even know that your life is changing, because it's changing so gradually over time. I'm getting the sense that some of you may be dealing with a work-related contract, work-related compensation, maybe having to deal with a deal package being offered to you, getting a new job, maybe expanding a business for those of you who have a business. Some of you are going to be dealing with documentation, everything in regards to getting a license or getting a permit or getting a certification of some sorts. And for some of you, it's going to be about long distance travel. Some sort of a reunion is going to happen. And I'm also getting the sense that for those of you who may be in the midst of immigration-related issues, for some reason I'm getting a lot of immigration-related situations in this mid-April for different zodiac signs. Something is going to be possible. Some of you are signing papers, buying a ticket, getting a visa. So there's a lot for many of you Libras to look forward to. If you are not sure about a choice, could be a choice in dating, could be a choice in work, could be a choice in other stuff. Take your time to think things through. Don't rush into absolutely having to choose right away. It feels like just take it for what it is, one day at a time. I hope that this is making sense to you, Libras. And I'm also shown having to replace light bulbs, some other issues in connection to electricity. I'm getting minor issues, but they're in connection to an electrical circuit, electricity issues. So issues that come, so minor things. The next sign is Scorpio. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon. Don't dwell in the past. You have been dwelling and going over, in your mind. So right now is the moment for you to start pushing forward. It's the moment for you to get out of your own way, to make things happen. If you need to push a little bit because, okay, you want to put yourself in a health kick and you need to push yourself, that's the moment to do it. If you need to push yourself a little bit more so you achieve some sort of a success into getting a job, advancing a career, expanding a business, this is the moment, because you are going to come to that deep realization that you have been a little bit passive, and now you're going to be like, seize the day. I am, taking charge. I'm not going to sit around and wait for something to happen. I am taking charge. I am pushing myself. So you're going to feel like you are going to recognize where is it that you have been either underestimating yourself, or where is it that it's a dead end and you are done waiting. So taking charge of your matters, that's the shift that you may be experiencing in mid-April 2021. You are going to put everybody in its own place. If somebody gets in your nerves, if somebody's underestimating you, if somebody wants to pick a fight with you, you are going to put everybody in their places. And I'm also getting the sense that you may be dealing with the renewal of an insurance policy, the renewal of some sort of a contract, could be utility contracts, contracts. So there's you may be dealing with a situation where something will be renewed. And for some of you, it's also going to be in connection with the renewal of your social life, with the renewal of a friendship. What inspires you now? The motivation that you have now is going to help you to complete something because it's been lingering around. Now you're going to have the motivation to do it, the opportunity to do it, and everything else that you need to complete something so that you finally move on to something new. And you may be dealing with one or two new beginnings, new things. It's important that now you reconnect, find a way to reach out to family members, people that you haven't spoken in a long time, network a little bit, because networking is going to open up many possibilities for you. There's a lot for you to benefit from networking, even at an energetic or at an emotional level. You may still be waiting for a situation that is pending. You may still be waiting to hear from the legal system, the justice system, from courts, from a financial related institution. You may still be waiting to hear for something, whether it got approved or not. Could be a decision, and you are waiting to see whether your loved ones are going to back you up, your family are going to embrace this new choice. Are they going to be approving this choice, this decision, or not? So you may be a little bit edgy about it, and it feels like deep down, okay? Deep down, the only approval that you need is your own. You're going to pick up some old dream or some old project. Maybe you got distracted because things happen in your life. Now you're going to pick it up and you're going to continue where you left off. It feels like you're going to take something where it got discontinued and move it forward, make it happen. Love is going to surprise you. For those of you who are already in established relationships, something, some surprises here in love, like romantic gestures. You're going to feel like somebody is trying to sweep you away off your feet. And for some of you, it could be in connection to a new acquaintance, a new love connection, a new love a relationship. So things are still happening for many of you in your love life. And I hope that this is making sense to you, Scorpios. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. You have been reflecting a lot, and it feels like now you're going to feel like you feel more safe to confide into your loved ones, even talking to a sibling. It feels like you're confiding and talking about what is going on with you internally is going to be maybe the best therapy or the best healing that you need. It's important that you understand that you don't have to go through everything alone. You have the power to do this alone, but you don't have to. So for many of you, the breakthrough that you may be experiencing is going to be a breakthrough with your inner world, with your inner emotions, what is going on with you behind the scenes. And it feels like you may be shedding a few tears, but these are tears of relief. You're going to have this sense of relief and also healing. You may be dealing with a child that maybe is a little bit sick or is throwing in a tantrum. You may be dealing with another person or maybe an animal, a pet that you may have that is a little bit sick or struggling. And I'm also getting the sense of financial rewards. You may be dealing with a raise or the possibility of a raise. You may be dealing with good things happening to you in a work-related sense through your work and through your work connection. You may be thinking of surprising somebody. And I'm also getting a lot of social invitations being extended to you. You may be missing someone. That's the sense that I'm getting. And whatever you may be working behind the scenes, now many of you will start to launch. Could be the launch of a book, the launch of a website, the launch of a YouTube channel, the launch of a new line for those of you in fashion. So, like, it's going to be some sort of a big reveal of something that maybe you have been working behind the scenes. So I'm getting the sense that in the next upcoming months, there's going to be money coming your way. But for the time being, even though you may have a lot of money, you still need to pay attention to your spending and to your spending habits. You are dealing with little things that are new to you, okay? And they may not be significant to you, but it feels like you may be dealing with little things one after another that may seem to be new, like new experiences. And I'm also getting the sense that somehow this is going to help you to sort out your past, to deal with your inner world. And many of you are going to have some sort of an offer. Somebody is going to make an offer to you. So, and that's going to be significant to many of you. So I hope that this is making sense. Sagittarius, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon. You may be going back and forth with ideas in your mind. You may be going back and forth about something in your mind, and you may be patiently waiting for something to happen. Some of you are going to be dealing or talking about a possible extension of your home, possible renovations, changes that maybe you want to do to either a place where you work or a place where you live. So some sort of an adjustment in the working environment or in the living environment. And I'm getting the sense that some of you are going to try something new with your physical appearance. Could be a new wardrobe, a new style, or maybe like your hair looks very different, or your physical appearance. It feels like something that you may be doing, something that you may be saying is going to generate and attract a lot of attention. People are either going to congratulate you about something or pay you compliments. Your hard work is now paying off. You have your moments when you feel a little bit overwhelmed, because even good things can be overwhelming. Little by little, your heart is now getting ready to let go of the things that maybe before, earlier, you weren't 100% ready to let go. It's going to happen almost organically. And letting go. For some of you, we may also have to deal with letting go of material things, putting things up for sale, donations, getting rid of stuff. For other ones, it's going to be like clearing your emotional home. And for some reason, your emotional state is being shown to me like cobwebs, and you are clearing the cobwebs out of the way. You are finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel, and you are going to find yourself to be very busy with your daily life, with your work. It feels like you are busy, but you are also enjoying yourself. You are also enjoying this busyness that may be showing up for you. If you are somebody who has been dealing with courts or the legal system, you're going to be receiving, I'm getting a paper, a letter being delivered to you, and something will be finalized. Okay? So it's going to be about the completion or the finally making a situation permanent or final. And for some of you, could be in regards to a court or a legal related situation. It feels like in May you're going to be attracting some sort of an opportunity, but it's related to something in April. So for you, the energy of April and May, they feel very closely connected to one another, like a big continuation from April to May. And this sense of good things are happening, families expanding, news of people getting married, news of people getting engaged or having children. And it also may be also about either one of your children or you yourself having children. So I hope that this is making sense to you. Aquarius, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. You may be feeling this duality. And I think I got a similar message for another sign. Everything is happening and nothing is happening. So little things that may be a little bit frustrating and time consuming. But the thing is, choose if you really want to confront somebody and what are you going to gain out of it? Do you want to make a big deal or do you want to continue your life? There's a lot of communication issues, either with institutions, people on the phone, people in your life. It feels like everything feels like miscommunications from before. And if you have been going through some sort of a miscommunication or technology-related issues, now in April and in May, you are going to be resolving one by one these issues. Maybe some situation from the past may be showing up again in April and in May, but only to be resolved, only so that you can see some errors so you can fix it. It's important that you also take a stand for what you believe. What is it that you believe in, Aquarius? You may be more propelled to take a stand for it. For many of you, you're going to feel like it's not time for me to sit back anymore. I want to be in the driver's seat. I want to take charge. I want to get something moving forward, a situation. And you may be looking into a different approach, how to make this happen. Basically, I'm getting the sense that you are going to be tired of the same ordinary life. You are going to either take a different approach when it comes to your health, take a different approach when it comes to how you do your work, technology, things that you use to facilitate your work. You may be taking a different approach into how you socialize, your dating life, your sexual life, because I'm also getting this big sense. It's like for a lot of you Aquarians, it's going to feel like not a change, but a big revolution when it comes to your sexual life and your sexual approach. That's what they're telling me. You have to understand, Aquarius, that you still got it. Okay, you still got it. You are still attractive, and you're going to also get a lot of compliments. People are going to notice a certain change in you. For other ones, it's going to be about getting compliments of a job well done, clarifying or getting some good news in terms of your finances, whatever you need to clarify, get more information, sort out some sort of a financial deal, financial affair, financial offer, sorting through paperwork in regards, also getting the sense of financial rewards that are going to show up for you one after the other. And it feels like in April, you may have to initiate something for that or network people somehow, right? Because that's how it feels, just like a coin. And then maybe say, and to sit around. Where it's in it happier that the videos like there's thing and moon to the new moon and represents this is going to energize you for the better, but starts to feel that they wanted to offer you a door, be very clear of dating way. In a way, you are going to be doing a presentation in your ideas and to your love. We're going to come up to be very but you are also going destiny. It feels like something that you are doing when emotionally you are recreating, redefining your life, and you are recreating yourself. You are redefining, or in the chat right here on the side. Sense somebody saying that now the video is so. Again, I don't know what to tell you. You can always watch the replay and here. So I don't know if anybody, I don't know it, or and for those of you who maybe need like a LightWorker sessions, so don't hesitate to book. Email me at amalightworker@gmail.com, and I'm looking forward to reconnecting with you next time. So be well, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.